edition, and I love them. Now we're going to talk about the fighter. I get the feeling that the fighter is going to get some steroids. Fighter's going to get a lot of special treats. So let's see what happens with the fighter. Got a lot of predictions. They all involve the fighter getting lots of treats. All right. The fighter now has a scaling second wind. That's right. Second wind might be good. And then resolve points, mastered maneuvers, and action surges. So yes, fighter got a lot of things. Fighter got a lot of things. Let's dig into them. Alright, as a fighter, gain the following class features. Fighting style. You can change your fighting style out every long rest. Awesome. +2 bonus to attack rolls with ranged weapons, +1 to armor class while wearing armor. If you have a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, this does mean you can use a shield, everybody. Gain a +2 damage bonus. Great weapon fighting. When you roll a 1 or 2, you can re-roll it, but you gotta keep the new re-roll. The weapon must have the two-handed or versatile property for you to gain this feature. Protection. When a creature you can see is attacked within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to oppose disadvantage. Must be using a shield. I wish this was better than it was, protection, but it's just not. I don't know. 2-weapon fighting. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier. Thrown weapon fighting. You can draw a weapon that has a thrown property as part of the attack you make with the weapon. In addition, when you hit with a ranged attack using a thrown weapon, you gain a +1 bonus to damage roll. So you could be a dagger throwing person with that particular style. Unarmed fighting. Your unarmed strikes deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier. That's cool. If you have 2 free hands, the damage goes to a d8. I mean, I know this isn't a real thing, but I'm just going to open up the fighter in D&D Beyond, and I'm just going to double check to make sure I'm not going crazy, because it seems really good, and really cool. I feel like I would have heard about it already if it was the thing. Nope. Yeah, that's made up. That's made up. Wow, that's really cool. Oh my god, it keeps going. When you successfully start a grapple, you can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage to the grappled target. And until the grapple ends, you deal an extra 1d4 bludgeoning damage to the grappled creature when you hit it with a melee attack. That's really cool. Aw, I want to play in this. I want to play an unarmed fighter and just wrestle everything to death. That'd be so cool. Alright. Second wind. If you are at 50% or lower, you can spend a bonus action, so you have to be bloodied, to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. This increases as you level up. You can use this feature twice, and then they don't come back until you do a long rest. Ooh, that's a big change. That's a lot of changes. Alright, resolve. You have a number of resolve points as shown in the resolve points column. You can use them to power up your moves. Alright, you get them back when you finish a long rest. I think everybody's been rebalanced for a long rest with these rules. You master 2 maneuvers of your choice from your list of maneuver points. Once per turn, you may spend a resolve point to use one of your mastered maneuvers. Mastering new maneuvers, you master additional maneuvers as you gain more fighter levels, as shown in the maneuvers known column. Replacing a master maneuver, you could do so when you finish a long rest, replacing one maneuver with another. I like the versatility of the fighter. It's very cool. Some of your maneuvers require your target to make a saving throw. The saving throw is calculated by your strength or your dex, which is pretty cool. I dig it. Let's talk about maneuvers. I almost want to say that the maneuvers are just the abilities from the Battle Master disguised as regular fighter abilities. Gasp. Alright. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can attempt to disarm it. If the creature is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature drops one item of your choice. It lands at the target's feet. You can use this on huge creatures. You can use this on gargantuan creatures. Dude, disarming like a giant king. I would feel so cool. That'd be so cool. Intercept. When an adjacent creature is hit by a weapon attack and you are not incapacitated, you can spend your reaction to direct the attack to yourself. Oh, damn. That's way cooler than the shield ability. And you reduce the damage of the attack, which is also very cool. When you... All the time, people are like, can I take the hit for so-and-so? Now you can. Officially. Well, you know, mechanically, you could do it. Get in front, take that hit. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can attempt to push it away from you. If the target is larger or smaller, it can be pushed up to 10 feet. Up to is important because you choose how many feet. But they're calling it kick because formatting issues. It's just lifted directly from the barbarian, but that's fine. Slam. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can use a bonus action to attempt to knock the creature down. Pretty cool. Stagger. Let's see. And you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can momentarily stagger it until the start of your next turn. Next attack roll made by the creature by an attacker other than you has advantage. Oh, I would have thought that stagger would have given them disadvantage. So this is just another reskin of the barbarian. Taunt. When you hit a creature with your weapon attack, you... Oh, what is this? Is this a taunt mechanic? Sneaking in from 4th edition? When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can attempt to taunt the creature into attacking you. If it's large or smaller, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than you until the end of your next turn. You can use this maneuver against huge creatures. You can use this maneuver against gargantuan creatures. Okay, that's pretty cool. Do you have to pay to activate these? Did I miss that part? Once per turn, you can spend a resolve point, and you get resolve points back after a long rest. Okay. Alright, that's still pretty good. Let's see. Martial archetype. Choose your martial archetype. You gain access to 4 unique maneuvers from your martial archetype. So the people that want to play champion because it's easier, this is not your game. Alright, let's see. Action Surge. Once during your turn, you can take 1 additional action on top of your regular action and bonus action. You can use this action, or use this feature a limited number of times, as shown in the Action Surges column. You can expend uses when you finish a long rest. Ability score improvements, extra attack, Indomitable. Let's see. Oh, you can use this feature again by spending 1 point of Resolve. That's a nice thing for Indomitable. Fighting Focus. As a bonus action, you can enter Fighting Focus. For the next minute, you can attack 3 times instead of once, the first time you take the attack action on your turn. The Fighting Focus ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if you choose to end it as a free action. You can use this feature once, and you regain expended uses when you finish a long rest. So they definitely nerfed the fighter's action economy as far as its ridiculous amount of attacks, but then gave them some extra shit to do and improved their survivability. Okay. Champion, Defender, and Commander. Commander, that sounds a lot like the Warlord. Is this the Warlord coming back from 4th edition? I hope so. Other archetypes that they're working on, Spell Sword and Arbalist. Pretty cool. I kind of feel like I want to make my own archetypes and just drop the existing paths and come up with some that would be flavorful for the West Marches. Because we used to allow brutes in in Paradise Vale, and let me tell you, everybody that could be a brute was a brute, because brute was broken as heck. So it would be kind of cool to reintroduce brute. That'd be kind of awesome. Alright, here's some examples. Champion. A champion. What do you got now, champion? You can learn to counterattack. When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the creature. If the attack hits, you deal an extra 1d6 damage with your weapon. Greater counterattack. You deal an extra 1d8 damage with your weapon when you successfully counterattack. You could deal an extra 1d10 damage with your weapon when you successfully counterattack as you go up in level, blah, blah, blah. Parry. When a target hits you with an attack roll and you are not incapacitated, you can spend your reaction and attempt to parry the attack. Roll a d6 and add your result to the AC. If the attack roll doesn't beat your parry, it misses. What? So parry actually reduces attack rolls instead of damage like it's supposed to? Oh, that's awesome. Pierce. When you miss with an attack roll against a creature, you can attempt to pierce through with sheer resolve. Add 1d6 and add it to your roll. Nice. They just sort of renamed all the Battlemaster abilities so that they're not breaking any SRD rules. I like it. And you know, it's scaling and everything. Predict. When you make an ability check, or you make an ability check and use insight or perception, you can add a d6 to the result. You can wait until after you roll to check. I like that one. I like that one a lot. It's pretty cool. You still have your signature improved critical. Amen. Remarkable athlete. You still got that. You had half your proficiency bonus rounded up to any strength. Ooh, that's better. Hold on. But I think they moved remarkable athlete up a little bit. Let's see. Nope, it's level 7. Half your proficiency bonus rounded up. I don't know. No one ever plays a champion, so I don't know. In addition, when you make a running long jump. Okay, so this is all the same. It just was way cooler than I anticipated. Additional fighting styles. You can choose a second option from the fighting style class feature. I would say champion's pretty cool. Here we go. Commander. Are you secretly the warlord of the past? Come back from the 4th age. I hope so. Here we go. Direct. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can direct an ally to move. Choose one creature, friendly creature within 30 feet of you, or the creature you hit that can hear you and has a movement speed greater than 0. They can spend their reaction to move up 10 feet. This movement does not provoke opportunity attacks from the creature that you hit. Inspire. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can inspire a nearby ally. Choose one friendly creature that can see you. That creature gains 10 hit points, equal to 1d6 plus your strength or dexterity modifier. It is the Warlord. Oh, they've come back. I'm so happy. Instruct. When an ally misses with a weapon attack, you can instruct them to try again. You can give them a reroll on their attack, and that attack will deal extra damage. And order. When you make an ability check and use persuasion or intimidate, you can add to the result. That's super cool. Commanding strike. When you take an attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks to use a bonus action to direct one of your allies to strike. Choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you. They can immediately use their reaction to make one weapon attack. Commanding action. During another creature's turn, you can spend your reaction and use one of your action surge features to grant that creature one additional action on top of the regular action and a possible bonus action. Holy shit. That's really good. That's really cool. Oh man, I miss the Warlord so much for reasons like this. It was such a tactical class. It was so fun. Alright. And word of command. You can use your action to speak a one-word command to a creature. Choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. If it can see and hear you, it must make a wisdom saving throw to resist being commanded. If it fails, it must follow the command on its next turn. You can use this feature up to 3 times. Notice it is not a magical effect, which is the power here, I think. But let's see. When you speak a command, you can spend a number of resolve points to heighten your command. For each point of resolve you spend, you can target one additional creature. The creature must be within 30 feet of each other when you target them. Immunities. Your command has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if the command is directly harmful to it. Approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt. But yeah, it's not magical, so magic resistance isn't going to come to play. I don't know why it doesn't affect undead, but, you know, other than that, that's cool. And then the Defender, which is a totally made-up thing, and it probably is an actual tank stolen from 4th edition. Or sorry, rescued from 4th edition. In 4th edition, there was an actual role where you were a tank, and your job was to attract aggro from monsters mechanically so that the DM had to fight you. Had to fight you. Imagine playing D&D and somebody could actually keep you safe from the bad guys. That's what 4E had. A defender protects their allies from harm with keen senses and keener skill. You know how to spot incoming danger and shield your allies from it. At the start, or add the following 4 maneuvers to your thing: Alert, Bastion, Sentry, and Switch. When you make an ability check for Perception or Initiative, oh, that's cute. Okay. You can roll a d6 and add as a result. You can wait until after you roll your check before deciding to use this maneuver. Bastion. When an ally within 5 feet of you is reduced to 0 hit points from a weapon attack but not killed outright, you can intercept the attack and your ally drops to 1 hit point instead. In this system, that is huge. That is huge. Oh my god. That's really strong. I mean, there's been some cool stuff, but that is by far, like, that's the best fighter one so far, in my opinion. Wow. Okay. Can it get better than that? Maybe. Let's see. Alright. Sentry. When an enemy that you can see moves within 5 feet of you, you can make 1 weapon attack against that creature as a free action. Okay. If your attack hits, you deal 1d6 extra damage. Cool. Switch. If you are within 5 feet of an ally on your turn, you can spend at least 5 feet of your movement to switch places from that ally. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity actions or attacks. In addition, you can roll a d6. Until the start of your next turn, your ally gets that bonus to their armor class. Oh, that's really good. Oh my gosh. Alright, Defender's Mark. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can mark the creature until the end of the next turn. This effect ends early if you're incapacitated or if you die. While within 5 feet of you, a creature marked by you has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you. Punishing attack. If a creature marked by you deals damage to anyone other than you, you may make a special melee weapon attack against the marked creature as a bonus action on your next turn. You have advantage on that attack roll, and if it hits, the attack's weapon damage deals extra damage to the target equal to half your fighter level. Regardless of the number of creatures you mark, you can make this special attack a number of times equal to your strength modifier. Regardless of the number of creatures you mark, you can make this. You may also spend spend 1 point of resolve to use this feature. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay, so it's not constantly happening, but still pretty awesome. Defender's Ward. If you are a creature you can see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack, you can roll a d8 as a reaction if you're wielding a melee weapon or a shield. Roll the die, add the number rolled to the target's AC against the attack. If the attack still hits, the target has resistance against the attacker's damage. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your Constitution modifier. You can also spend 1 resolve point to use it and get the abilities back. Long rest. Hold the line. Creatures provoke an opportunity attack from you when they move within 5 feet or more. When they move 5 feet or more while within your reach. If you hit a creature with opportunity attack, their speed drops to 0. So, Sentinel is such a strong feat that they made part of Sentinel the capstone of an entire class. I want you to think about that real hard. That's how strong the Sentinel feat is. That's how strong it is. Alright. Variant dials. You can't use maneuvers until you have 3 levels of fighter. We're not going to allow multi-classing, so that's not an issue for us. Short rest recoveries. We're not going to worry about that for now. If you want to make retraining a little more significant, or sanctuaries and facilities, meh.